Hello to my wonderful listeners. One Family TV wala mutanali nan kotenke. Mbadingolo ikafo me ko sirifo mbalo atele moti me alon ko afintire de adia mutade ay kuma kan dol fo me alon ko mbo audio nata mba nati la yenande bar ikafo kendingo doy ko ba kauso me alon ko MPP ka supporta dol be jeda afintire de adia mutade atandi ko ba kauso mo molati me alon ko ako aka mem fo santo anin aka mem fo duma ako imanke kelentide ay kuma kan jama fo me alon ko mbo audio fanantala mba nati la yenande anin ikafo me ko bayo sonko findida de adiamta ay wanyaro ke ko do la me yalon ko wala be sundi mola ko de e ka fome ko Mamadou Sabali ay ko me yalon ko ay wala ke ni watin kon ka tandi ko musi no do be je me yalon ko ka fa hadi konte ay wolta de me yalon ko asa wontana MPP parti kono de ay kuma jama fo me yalon ko mbo fonantala mba natila lenande anin kenno e ka fome ko pa boy arasane ada fana mo moti me yalon ko afindida de adiamta ku jamala sako kendi do be je me alon ko jama ka fa ko mondo me alon ko adiamta la kolde mondo jata ay kuma jama fo de katandi ko anyante kala molti ayeke kude me alon ko adiamta o fana nakola de oto mbadi ngol beni audio nin talam be natila lenande ne lamoy hakilola mbadi ngol kane e lamoy anin jusola de
Stafado enimbara mbe jayila mbe tentula fana e kam min fo jangolom toñade ba kawsu kam min fo duma nini adama baro tiñe ñala jan duma wallahi itala filaka diamu adama famoy bar nim ba kawsu nata akaka adama baro le jayi atara ay mominta aya tiña fa pareta nte buka ni nekeno na baluwo kono nta mo tiña la faka pare ngon kana murne ngon ko jayi forumol kono ning adama yalon ba kawsu ka min fala karola wallahi ani state house of ankono ita welcome laje ba kawsu man tara fengo fen noma de abe fengo le noma adama noma bara mo wo soto no ani sai adama man ni kala muda telephone number fengo le tije abandi mi yalon ka faya keta wo ani sai alquran karam mi fam alquran karam e nyene make ba kawsu la nin tala alquran karam ka fay nini ba kawsu adama tinya duma jang iba fala go hani wala kana si forumo kono hino kairo baro akole foja ba kawsu kana na mole diam moy mu minti ke woti dorong barkaka mota ya tinya duma yana banta iko ko mariye jayi itaka tinya ke adama la ni nara formol kono iko ka adama le deda baka so sila alala masukarol kono ite alo nente ngalo nakachalu idei kana mol diamundi banku digol be torari ne banku digol
yo al hakketude niyaje nata sirif mbalo ni wato kono no blobe mutari mbake comme tol be ngalon be sunkaro kono comme alialon ka audio jamale compile bari ngawo suspend le foro la ngalandi kara ka to be last 10 days ola adum bijo ka kiki akele intol diam kan ni wato kono American time is 1 something sammi tube silan tol kana start tarawila na filo sutoñi fo somanda adun nim parere don ka continue normal ka pare pour mol si wo fana understand je bari ñin kumo nga moy few days ba ko benala nga jaabi bari time oni yo bari mbela fla pour aja bintu kamara e men understand rom bemba ani Amad Sankere ye menke i bulata president wala adum bemba lu wonum aka ODF bondi aka president nen aka national executive be bula aka nen aka first lady neng aka second lady neng aka president la Bama aka neng momo me yalon ko ab MPP aka blame anu ala politico mantara politico la aka hanimolu mbembala diamo ni ala moy aka si fatan fanso fanan kele so adun ite ika moyle lastly ay me diamuta menna sarakule din jama mel yalon ko kendeyata Gambia kono mole ila kendeya suute comme ajibani ko suso ko nyolu nyelu mel yalon ko Abubakar Jawara mo jama me yalon ko ika president Baro Gambia ika wole fasa aka bulema adun wolbte fintila inae nyo saba womu problème president fanan anin ala family hani moye neng hani moye ite fintila ini mole saba formoto MPP dingola nyantolem prun kana kan nyimol fasa so ni mol fintila ke fasa momo me yalon ko ini mbemba be kukilin la dukare niatara imalla fi doyala inyanta delale kad ko ni ko ibe nyimol defenda ini MPP dingol be dunna nyola ha wolem toñati fana yo wom iketa momoti kabo president Baro meli katatama honorable Sidi Njai, honorable Demba Sabali, honorable Suku Singate, honorable Lamin Cham, honorable Sekou Mbalo, honorable Dusano haniyata nyimmo clean iko ibe memba la ko defenda ini MPP dingol be dunna nyola wolem toñati fana. This is not personal ngamoy ini mon la sister fana Fatou Soumare albe kumakan albe eskenkan yo bari nteñing silo ngalon ne Fatou yemen fo atu Soumare advisement dira nyanta wo talale niyatara yalonne ini mbemba nyol ha ila terima o men dunta al tema ngamera wol al sakeno duma bari ite bi mo be suute MPP ibe doko minna bari fana ni ko ibe continue na kanyi sifake ibe doyaro sotola MPP kat ko mote bulala ha wolam toñati ni ajambe fintila kanyi fo nga moy nsi ite alon ne normally ni nga feng moy ila karola nke ko duma ha bar niwo nga moy kafo mo jama be kol kam bar molse dahandi wo sifa mo manyanna tambila advice ni fem fo ken patrioto harinte ni fem fo nga fem fo ya moyle ko nga nyine fo isin kumande duma wo is normal o manke ko mole kong bari ye menke landa tamole ke so ntebe advice ta nyimo flow ila system a bondi MPP kono anu wo MPP dingo hani nyilla kuma kango ni anata MPP forum to kumo me yalon ko ay president attack anin the executive wo kumo nyanta dilale me yanati je fang if necessary ala bondi forum to yo wo aketa momo ni Fatou Soumare mbembala kumo nati me yalon ko recent kumo me yalon ko president jalay ala bondi ala remove nte fang ninga ke alim bondi adu ite fanan aja bintu niyake forum to nyanta ila kumo nyinka delete adu ni continue ta ka ke bondi forum to MPP forum wolem toñati nyin manyanna malla mola kat ko ni modo yake that's my problem. I will come and approach you ka fita ni nyinem sloti manke anything mo be lonne inteni memba man problem soto bar lu men ab fintila ako apota MPP a starta ka president Kajafi ay resine sono safe ntol ñol le fintila kayta niko ha wote kela ite bola MPP na president doya mole de ate is not possible so wala mu na opinion ti be konto na baake aja bintu ntele mu ila kotoma bari ka fukuma ni na fama ngaw accept be jayla baake ila doku kendo wo continue dukare ye fata ye sila mo kuntango lo mel yalon ko e bota MPP ila hamu ta understand itol ko ibe naw jawole sembentu yara ini wolle kata kana won noma ila ta fama mul ya long e PRC a fo a fata adu yalon ne nyinta ta kafo mento UDP wolni ila fama ku jama dunte tema tol ngalon ne inene ma todia fo a fata ala yake ite MPP bi nga ala tentu ngamira wala kuma tambe konto na baake mbe mol be konto na ni moyna audio moy otherwise manna janke sonkandi media mdela diamo be tenne barnata ke dani don dukare nga mem moy ila karoto adu mo jama me ya moy MPP kafo la fang nyaton ko aketi ila kija faroti anin jahal tale ila kumo me yalon ko ibe nyimolu embrace la ibe sembentuya ama right kal konton alla badi ma sirif mbalo be nyin audio nga trailer nga senye ajabintu
Assalamu alaikum mbadin Gambian kolu assalamu alaikum mbadin momo yalon ko bella moy kan alnal badi malem Silvo Sonko aka Bayo Sonko Gambia comme be sunkaro kono nyamendo nata ka falbe ko Ramadan Mubarak Ramadan Karim alma alayen sunkar siandi alma nabatolu mutala alma Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ay natol timma na sabande frolo alma alay neman kafarake alma alay la jonshona ndiye alma alay so jannatul firdaus la molmel ya lonko wala tatanya alay so fenna me ya lonko ilafta wala insha Allah mbadul dron bi leftan se kacha mbe kachala men bi wala mu the so called cross carpet me ya lonko Mamad Sabali aka kana son asontale ala so called cross carpet me ya lonko ako abe wala kikan ya long na faile ni be mamman kan be bulale mamman ni mamman de pareta sinaka senendi molo because akumata bake to inform people about Kenyal Melialonko Abeol Kekan. Akumata Bakele Pruka Mol Kalamutandi near the Sai Kul Kumas exposed to the people. Ning Yalong one thing Nabije Kabring Mamad Sabali Abe UDP Kono Abe Kodol Kekan UDP Kono. I mean Mol Malo. I mean and I will never give him this credit co among our discredit co. He has not been working for the party. He has been working for the party, and I will not discredit him for Kapoko. He was not bringing people to the party. To be discredited. But what is important here and what is clear here, some of the tactics Akamel play. So one thing you need to understand, actually, when you are with me, for example, in Molben Nyokang, there are specific tactics Ika will play. Nini will you don't play those tactics again, you know, especially against those people, because Nibo Kikandong, you are exposing yourself. Ike Fongola exposed, Ike Fongola Klimbalia, Ike Fongola Wanyar, because that is the reality. It's like Sabali, Abha Fongola Wanyar Kang, Abha Fongola exposed Kang, you know, because it even UDP. And there were some of these actions, Melialongo, Ibe Kekan in UDP. So ni ikobe wolkala NPP against UDP. Basically, ike fongole wanyar, ike fongole exposed. So I think your cleverness in that part, you know, in the kajibe bakele, you know, you should look at that very well. Because you know, yalong kabilia start, yalan so-called cross-carpet in Kol Kumas. I mean, you keep talking me, Songo Gambia, blah blah, Songo Gambia, blah blah. And then I have been quiet. I just give you tips, not tips all delay. And then you are like, so, you know, I mean, no. I mean, no, I know all what you've been doing. And like, every step I am following you. I am following you. And like, let's say, I know everything. So, left men na wole mu ndiko na diamo bi mbe diamo start le men na wole mu I mean Modifati wole Fati bohol left na diamo start wole back. You see, you know même follow them drop because mbe sundinde astafura mbe sunkaro kono anu nganyim fo mobe wole ndiko nte Sonko Gambia inshallah manyim dua nkana social media to ka kuma kensa fo mole ngaw dua alere alma alere tanka kana ka kuma kensa fo mole andum wato wati nkanyim dua alere nde Sonko Gambia na kuma kensa fo mole nkan ala dan ñu no janning kumo ñu mole be la alma alere sonno mo falling pour na finti ka tandi mole ko na même fo aman soto yalon amin politiko mol kamera nun dunia ko da maldi ba la nde ma mira ko comme dunia ko da mal nde because nde one thing I believe wala ñu ko bi politician who can make us kafako politician wala kafo no ko okay bi malef moy seli allah alam asafo no ko bi mo sel o bi malef moy ta jamodo politician say order dinole. For example, let's say if the president say there is going to be state of emergency, and when state of emergency be ko mobe to le bon le kono. So yalong this mean ko mobe to le bon le kono, motuta jamonto. So politicians have that power. So when you are looking for that position, nibe wo palaso nyinina, inyanta ke haklu du bage. Nibe wo palaso nyinina, inyanta ka alanya silong soto. So wala tina molmel ka poko ha nibe political, kuma kensa no just to get the position. No, because this is a position me alonko. It's a responsibility me alonko. Ala la responsibility lem. Ala la responsibility lem because ni ko mu nyaton koti. I mean, it's like you are a servant of God. Emu ala la servant leti. I mean, you mu moleti me alonko. You are working towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala left the kolmen ala la bala jongolu abe yamar kam kolmen. So it's not like coming in a political corner drone. You just have to speak. You just have to say all what you want to say, or you just have to be doing things. Those are not realistic. I mean, I don't want to be those kind of politicians, and I'm praying for Allah Subhanahu wa Taala for Allah not to make me to be such kind of politician. For Allah can politician. To impress people. I mean that is not the purpose of being a politician. Dalilo me yalongo nyanta kakem panke politician, especially with our generations. We should make sure we can dynamic of politics. We nyanta ka make sure na political munu ka falling na politik nya kendoke na tonya political ke na mol fahamundi fenna me ya long Allah alam wolem fenti me ya long wala sotota. So wala tena I just want to expose my man. I want to expose Sabali for him to understand ko Gambians are not sleeping. For him to understand ko we know all what he's doing. We know all the tactics he's doing. Let's start it with Modifati. Modifati, Sabal call him as Fatih Bohol. Okay, Fatih Bohol, this is a guy Mayor Lonko, I first know him, during 2021 presidential election. This is a guy, Mayor Lonko, Akananum pipeline, okay? So, but Kamakananum pipeline, telephone balababul, he having this big okie-tokie, telephone balababul, antenna bala, right? So, but what happened was, Kabira started Kanagi. What happened is intelligence, our intelligence, the party intelligence, our intelligence group, so they suspect like this guy is somebody may along ima trust that, so there have been surveillance in him. Wallahi, summa wal ankam memfo alala musedoti. The intelligence team of United Democratic Party, Ibetaka survey, they were surveillance in him. Iba Korosikang. So to an extent, in that not realize ko, okay, akatara tongo mena akatara diamu kang Emeba. Okay, so but Emeba is somebody meya lonko. Emeba akalang alamuno like it's like amunu malam tale among tara koirim back UDP because meya kalam talanu Emeba there was a time Emeba ko another UDP le. So we never had this ko Emeba but a UDP le. But we let us understand go Emeba before the election or so and so. Mole meya lonko. Amantara on active politics per se. So this guy Fatih Bohol or so and so. Academy meya lonko. At that point, ani Emeba kata communicate because that was the info. Well, information meya lonko no sort of from our. From our intelligence team during 2021 presidential election. So, imbeje, namol taraka ka korosi, iba kiskam. To an extent, inatna grip. You understand? So they grip him. That was, I think, after presidential election when Molka ben party leader. So at Kataraje, Namolia suspecto is somebody, Meya Lonko, is somebody, Meya Lonko like. Iman lala dal. So kabri man lala dal. So inada na ka grip. So kabri a grip. So they call my attention. Like kabri an attention okumandi, and I went there. You understand? So when I went there, and so like okay at that time, so he was only hoping on me. So because I just go ntele moti me ya lon ntele sa kanandi no mo at that very time because ya muta what homing because there have been surveillance in him for up and around suto around 4 a.m. You know na mol na you know so ya gripped at that very time. So kabri ya grip you know I mean so you know alatana na ntakumandi you know and I was there wallahi ngam memfo ning atara amanga tonya drong left drong for fati bo holem also on so I think na I foko songo gambia memfo amanga tonya di ndoy na tana kata ngola mole ko ala bula you know release him to go and I warn him ka fa ko leave that place andala ka diam I mean fati for fati bo holemba I want you ni atara ngam memfo amanso to Allah alam ye fintina ya foko songo gambia ka menso amanso so from that time I mean the party doesn't trust him Patioma Lala. I just want to say this very clear. So Manta Lari Allah. So I mean Nina Benta Naya Akamalu because what happened in that very day. So I have not been seeing that guy on active politics and you know our intelligence eyes are on him all the time. About Korosikang, you know, I mean that has been happening, you understand, because you know we have the right to have an intelligence among our party, and that's what we have. I mean, I mean, na security team, na kullu police also alhamdulillah, kono.
Science mbet entela murunta nan kote nga kolla soto amen bari mbota minto science tenten mo isa sino le bun kono le hani dindindi no ite mo la alpha ya mo ile alpha ya fa wi fanga le ke fanga bunya dindingol ye no ne bunya I dingol ye very good legacy soto le ni tambite ko mondo dingol lam nyineti because of yakata ku kendo ming banite nate ke ka molle dundu nyoto ele nyin sef yami yadira o yami rebe NPP le mondal yami ramin ne kata Gambia president baron tolle na nafulo bonda kunto nga campaignol kaye nga kato be kaye bara jamfantu wa nyinata wolbe la tambita tarta mina foka ako ba ko tam fanyol alle en député fourol ko diaspora mota carte file ha altol sinana njang alkalke kuma kensong la albe mol dundi la nyoto wala ne de kala nyam banko kan kote with our dead body we are not going to accept it. I will tell you one thing be kuma kiline fola West Coast dingol be ngali dani ale anale kila alkana nyini noma e lafta fiti non la because yankube be lafirin ne ka trouble kabirin governor fon le time lom birin nyi marché to tiñarol bebe kele nya bale kato bele ka because ya jabe kata ko minna mbe kuma kiline folali alal tax do council yal tax any amount la al 60% of the tax abe burunal kanne funding ke la 10% of the tax abe burunal kanne and tol mini be diaspora mbe kataw ke kanne yankuba ni West Coast be succeed la nyame pour West Coast ke sen nyon town e tolbe nyim politiko kono e minenati le sate fonto na manke ke bungol le lo suokon ha hani le mon fe bi ke makoy no mondo don't allow us to talk ntenene man na kem badin to fo nyim forumol to banal ye kuka mi yalo no ka se nyim banko dundu tujeda we can do elen se do ko keno len damalo mi yala so ase gam bilkama se keno nyon tanto West Coast se keno nyon tanto naltol nataltol danko to place wala dia dal kal le selfish interest albo le jibe la manta chance dilala nin ko be diamula mol le ken stop bar wo wato le dan that sign enough is enough mondo le ko siata al belon tout altol mini be wo nyaton kayalo landaltol kalmu wo birkama alansariol else momal dalbe katako fon min ke kan na man kal le selfish interest we are not going to accept it. Barin se min fale coming amin ça fait na headline auto drone altol mini be West Coast konal kana jibe kal bota NPP le yankuba ma o jibe de nyin kansulol be ide bota NPP nim fo nyin kola kansulo dia mutaja woy kuma fonte about yankuba woyente kono fale affaire nga sponsor do soto fang ntol ma jibe kontol be UDP le den tele wo sponsor soto jan sa sambano la do to bari wo kansulo la hormo kanale bunya kan hanabe APRC nyawonya boholo mba cikala nga sambaje because ala mol sulata wo boholal mol man different soto nyim politiko kono ndol se sile nganda be bondi nyang Gambia ko to barin takela because ida mfuroyolom nim fata jang alma jam falanna o nin tata ngana pension soto bina sila o banko le kan kalbe sirinje nyami andal be ko ku soto tali fengo fenyin wo banko kan nsa nyini no jele nga soto because alle banko sate alansario di yatentol nyato lato alman ku ko lato mammin keje han with all your positional na lenyim politique para be kabiri APRC fokol salmo wole nati nambir kamaje hani street like curriculum polo fon ya jame ya wutal koto la ya samba because aka feel le ko albe diamo ken son la albe nafiki yalla alba kayro sabatinde moli sate kano ali yankuba bula ale doko ke anda kuyata aliya diata ali albe kiaman yankuba dabo jela jandi nyin sanji nano be banna albe nyon tan le jela anda be bola birkama west coast dingol la taxpayers le kodo le to aba murundi le kan ana botaje anin tol milien te o situ nyola doku kendo me ala fitala nga ku soto jang hani pusolom bari golon sa fe na ngadi ala west coast dingol mako ya al lefta minen la say mo nata yal gagné carte keso la over 70 something thousand dun say nata more than 100,000 votes mbal gagné la alkalte mo fana bulela le do ko kal le president nal le nyaton ko alto le basse haynan kalas ring hana le councilol fa hana le alle councilol fa bi ke jono ha dos binol be $5 be to gebe norin kom naltol nataltol wulu sate fa al horma sate o fon al bata kun julobe sate o min dal kalmal la fi jela nyato tal momin ya lon ka nata be do ko la al fi al mal nal bulo du nyobul ale do ko ke instead altol e kayro sabatinde altol nyaton ko altol le kal ka problem o le create gambia ite bay right bi police ol nantale killa question nale ni luwale be gambia komi ay gp ka min fo ala kata nga hormo nati nga nyor respect I think wala fesiata sai min se kairo sabatin dino nga o kontine mondo sai ni diamo ko molbe fintila le jabi de ntol manta jibe la kon ni dental ni momo ya je nyaaw wo is your bread and butter we don't care now because he left our fasol moliye hormal e ko be dile man la fi fon hormala kan ite hani mol la kebal ko mun alfal ko mun hani na almamol ko mun jaman kon ye fan ko kete you are the king of that town. That will never be possible. We are not going to give you chance to disrespect our people or our elders. Wo nene te kelo nyin sato oto kote. Nemo mola alpha disrespect. They're going to disrespect you more than that. Atra ye nyin class o min denden di bala mi yalo anene man soto birka mi ya denden di bala just a title. Yalo ba a position o mutal nyami nyin manka place de fa min sa mo nyabo because mo bi ka safe respect passenger wala jamano jan ni wol ko hani duta ton le be kala mo bi ka mamam bar sa el tol safe ol mun na fale balla mo ma respect no because al fon le ma respect o di al fon la follow to passenger wala jamano wol se femfo hani kiti dule ye femfo fembi ka la woka bi sefu jamale be diamu la mi yalo no ko mole ke jabi fam ko mol ka dundi jande ka findi jan hani meeting kumandi ya mo keme fangota bolele ka bilo kono kana nsa min faali rek west coast dingolo especially birkama note ala katali ya le tax journal yo tax ja balton le nafala hani street light al sa soto nyen dollar ele nyum procurement furo wala be mo la time from west a lot of things la to nun by now be birkama west coast a base ka nyon tawda a base ka lampot ala barka baka kalbe tentu kal jay mi yati na malaf ke diamu nyun sunkaro kono mbe ala batu wato lot mbe junube kafarol so politiko a man jarinya bot bito nyin fintita nyin kuma kan min fo nim ma kono because ngala kuma kan jemal le moy nkenya ka sala faya mira badi yale ya sabo ni ano ni nin benta yen konton bika nyo balunde nin tol nin mol mete na fete mo na faminella ala nga kata nga nyo respect nyin sate o kono is better ye fata yankuba dabola ye fata la man puske la gambia dingol west coast dingol le amute carte fayay ine de man carte fayay han wo president baro man carte fayay fo na bota ñun 2021 bari ndiye ite damma dammalo ya jamelbe tula ñun la be badingol fala be butela abe kaburol ni ite damma dammal to nu han soma ya jamebe ñum man saya mine kata enough is enough now dandula ke fangola if you want people to respect you ala baraka baka ngal be tentu kal
yo assalamu alaikum yo murtanan ron kammen fonu ntol be ngalon ne membe keri memba drame mote kumpala gambia kono me yalon ko ibe political court ala crime ay menke tubabor coming for fugitive he's a fugitive ay loi bang gambia la loi tinya aborta tata france abe sirinje wo amonta ko rebele olem so moni wo manyanna blodi la nyola hani ada ray badi malem o terima nyanta jamfaram wala fanan nem toñati you know bar ni ko ite o kila comme ite ni ameta molbe kontira ini wola be hamme kilin ini wola be kaf kilin ini wola be miral kilin anu wala miralo ani hammo mo be ya sute wolem ko ka president barola man sakunda ka burka ka MPP ka burka ka Gambia ka dubun dibe kat ko wala hammo ikaku jama miral jawo tumbemba ka miral jawo jamale dundi bi Gambia kono kadu ko ni ala audio moy amantara politiko aka même fo president hani UDP melbeje executive mo buka wo kuma si fafo tonya mol ka politiko ke ka kuma jama fo MPP UDP kono bari kuma do beje wo ka ke politiko ika même fo ika mansa kunja kajafi maybe fannato ka fo kado tinyata corruption mansa kunda bukata ku bari ibuka kuma do fo min yalon ko mbemba kamen fo wo sute dron akata nyaonye altema ngamira fo wo recognize ajabintu camera so wo for try wrong tolbe kal konton
saying he was not bringing people to the party. When I say that, I am really unfair to him. I am more motivated. He has motivated others to join the party. That's quite true, right? But this kind of games are also games he was playing in UDP. So the only thing is, like, he should not play such kind of game on UDP because and they know the kind of game you've been playing. You should always be mindful of playing those kind of games against those people. Because I mean MSabal need to understand that in UDP. We know him in the Democratic Party. So I mean sifal bulale against UDP. So 41 me akafo, I can tell you I mean abe UDP le and sobole ba akang UDP wallahi azim UDP what I know I mean nde melong UDP wala na kabrako 41 I was like who. So until and unless when I fongo nyum bondi I video bondi wrong and then this guy shit no and then I know what I know. So the next person, because I don't want to stay long here, this Hadi Bojang or so and so. Okay, Hadi Conte Bojang. You see, this Hadi Conte Bojang, I want to remind us, I want to remind everybody, refresh your mind, especially the followers of Member Caring. Molmele alongo wolaka Member Caring follow Pamodu Bojang program. If you remember, there was a time Pamodu Bojang ko I case do sama nan kon nawek nkol ning muso dole be nyola en brufut nawek fo muso nyinka ay nawek nkol ali ko saunda la korra konole and nawek nkol de ali chim ali them of ko illegal connection like also on so nala kilo bokan war so do no mi Pamodu Bojang melka Pamodu Bojang follow war so do no ay muso do la history sama na muso do ko nawek nkol ka saunda la korra kono Nakinkolu, I mean, for that was illegal connection ala so kono bang also and so. Na hagilo bakang that history or that story another kananu ne Pamodu Bojang na Member Caring radio. That is the very lady. Wala mo musonyin that Hadi Conte because this Hadi Conte. I mean, I don't want to go so personal, because that is not my way. And kana moluma political on personal because it's not. Is a nasty politic among the politic nya kindeti. I don't want to go personal on her. So, but that is the very person. And wodula anyindo nino fodorong make your own judge. Ali kalifon la kiti dimulti. Ali alom. Okay, you understand? So that is the very lady, Pamodu Bojang. I remember Pamodu Bojang. Akafa menoko, muso dole mu akon na kin call sound la korra nyimma bla bla. That is the very lady in Brufut. Okay, what happened is nyamuso nyi she is very smart and melal amole me alonko a smart tele and I would say she is smart because muso nyi akafutu I don't want to go to all that. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go to all that very well. So, but Musoni is like ibe kuleto. You understand? Ibe kuleto. And then Purkajoko konye tama. So Musoni have to make herself go another NPP. But to be fair to the lady, Musole meya lonko okay. Our parents all are politicians, are all politicians. Kabin Jawara time and our father NCP, come up. One have to give her the credit. Like I said, the man left me political new nakare ndadege. So Muswanying, but Amanke, she's not an active. Let me say in this way, Amanke active politician in the United Democratic Party. She is UDP, and there has never been a time. Isafogo I group all samanang UDP, and I want to say a story here. History dole for jam pour molia understand. So menketa nyumuso asula de fenela. You understand asula de fenela, okay? Asula de fenomena muso so I am saba limit. So kabaya saba limit kabaya go asula de fenela because they are on a business, a business letter. Anakima and so and so. So but again, right? So kabring yes, I sabali meet you understand le pour comme e be mako le nyaadi le pour business on nyeta ay ye farnyo le soto farnye because yalo ali remember ko Gambia government ye farnyo ban, right? Ye farnyo ban le pour mo kana farnyo samana ngale remember le kodi yalo wo diamo ketajan. So what happened is musonying according to akema ye farnyo le order kana. So but farnyo nying e man la farnyo nye dung. So afanang but because I didn't sabale some kind of relationship with Kabin Sabal Binum UDP. So another like a Sabal meet Kabaya Sabal meet I have a Sabal. Okay, now we're gonna play this game. So Nina game on play. MBSeu Samalland because CD is somebody may along is very powerful in NPP. I tell you this. Momo Kafoko CD Jaman Sembo sort in NPP Imari Ekefon Nene. CD Jaya Sembo sort NPP. I symbol to NPP, and I want to say this very clearly. So, but because Sabali alone cannot just at all facilitate no. So the basic thing we need to go. So now, Puruka Hading Sidinja introduce. The best thing is now. So I Sidinja Samanang to Hadi's ground, but saying what Hadi Minake, Adinyantaka Minake. Okay, Puruka Ajoko Ninsi Sidut na Kensenke. Okay, Siding Sabalana Yabendu Kulio Lefe, that very area, Kulio. Hadila Korani is a very beautiful compound with story buildings and so on. So, Programoni Mang Hadia, Programoni Gadamendo Kulio Lebeje. I want you people to understand. Programoni Gadamendo Kulio Lebeje, Kulio, that very day. I want to make that very clear. Musol Melialongo Asobedu Beje, they are NPP gang. NPP la ya company NPP la jek kafo ñin la woti womo NPP la jek kafo ñin la NPP la ya company ñin la woti and aning ina sister ram anala timo mulu wolle tata je. Okay, so probably I understand. So now what happened is hadiye meleke atata yalong jema fong nale khalam tanun there was a time there was flood kera nung burfoot that area ni nika findi burfoot sirf kunda that area ni because hadi lives in that area. Okay, flood la ketaje ni samaka du mol kang. So hadi yemeleke he informed the people living in those areas ka foyoko saimbe najam mafang go joka du janne anu masakunda nyanta kam mako le purka do ko janin sama be sila. So na masakunda molu nawol na masakunda molu nawol le samana puriyena wala na le la moy albajel hadi la ketan mod me yalongo wala diamu taje. But the people melnata in that area, moment diam. You people need to be very careful. Allah alam. Namanke burfoot la boy o me alonko. Amanta NPP fonde abe NPP because alafa palaso la ni palaso diala is working at the hospital. Ni moment fata I to save det ni mo komen ni moment fata hospital to keto save about do ko la kabien ajonte NPP yo palaso diala RVTH about do ko right. So but hadi I strictly use Purka o mol samana nyoka akoyoko namol mina janne MP na masakunda mol mina janne not even MP pinkol but masakunda la mol mina janne. So masakunda la mol mina janne so ni na ta jang leftalal be na near discourse because leftalal be na near discourse because na flooding ko wonying ibe makola wolto purka jara. That was the statement of Hadi. Hadi was statement on I wolefo wo mahafunto musole. So what they were expecting to have masakunda kol kanale nina taibe makola pour flooding kana kenda mafon. That was the main reason. Okay, So Karim Muso don't know ye fanja kono. So they were very disappointed, that ko hadiya sama o sifalla. So now to make the situation level of proof Muso kana diamu, the following day ibote je drong iko mbe suguro sama na alkaloya. Alidam ko alkaloya mbe suguro sama nanje. So what happened the following day ye suguro samba alkaloya. Burfut alkaloya. So in anna omolu kuman because omolu, elefa diamu. Those people, Yemel Teramaje, so you call it Alta Alcalo and Suguro Sambaje to silence them. Because you see, M. Sabali is, Ngamen Fadron, it sounds, I can left comment, Katandigo, clever, but let me tell him something. I know, my brother, you are the kind of clever, but I can tell you, the game you have been playing, you can't play in UDP. You cannot play against UDP because you were playing those games in UDP. So we mastered the book. So, MPP call Malon sending a foe. You understand? And it can membefo. It can cross capital membefo is all zero. I'm telling you, all those people they are all NPP. Believe in me. Even you Rumbango Molmelialonko, you saying that they come to Rumbang. Tell me who among them will I want one of them to show us a video or a t-shirt coming an old picture that it was a Mariba no UDP la political ground. I said this very clear here. Lamin Fati Fati Bohol, he associated himself with UDP. Aka fang mulunta ya UDP lal. Anung akana UDP la dulato. Bari akana je mena wolon kibarta. Kibarta akana je wala kibaru dunche wala matije nanata je akala wala anung wo fenet me alon ko UDP call yo lonne UDP call yo hamala karolale. So that is it. And Hadi Fanang, I said very clearly here, Mafoko Hadi is not a UDP member. I want to make this very clear. And I want to make this very clear. Hadi ma mo samana NPP. Hadi abe fenneto. Hadi is on a deal. Abe deal leto. And no abe deal mento. That is the only thing I mention all to baffle, to play with the minds of the people. They live in those areas in Burfoot. Ka tulu mol hakilola, mol melialongo, wolebe sabatiri in Burfoot or Mafongola, wole atina anim moment sabali, yin kind of politic play. This is called politic of scam. Nyamu politic nyaman, the politic nyaman, kamol nyaping kang, kamol scam, kamol tapalea politico, ya wole ke odula nyindo. Wala ngamen folate alamo ya senata. Wole atina abe diamula abe habala mbedere because I know nkonte fendila kanaka kuma fo me alonko amon ko ima because sometimes I don't think that is okay in politics ma mira o mu fenti me ya lonko anyinyada politiko kono ibe no men fo la politiko kono ise illa nyina ko yawmal qiyamati ala subhanahu wa ta'ala bentul be klin na kitindilale na kuma kawol melfo la barakol melke imma in politics. This is why nteka haklo to bate ma foko I am perfect ma foko ngam membe fo politiko kono abe mu tonyati but nga ala danle abe forum le fa fende politiko kono ay ke tonyati and donc quand même fallait politico kono as a senior ibe nyonen ibe monenella ibe gemole play kan against President Barrow and Sabali was playing a game against Sidi Njai. And I want Sidi to understand this very clearly. That Hadi a man join NPP. Hadi have a mission, and I mission on Minnesota. The mission is because they have a supply. A supply also they want Farnyo Nyedung, and the only thing they can do is to go through Sidinja. I know what Sidinja can do. I know how Sidinja involved into businesses. Now on Sidinja can involve business or Kono Nyameng. I know all these things very well. So Mejele Fokali, and I want people to make this very clear. Left of Burfudun Kolu. Al salon ko ikana nene ikana tulu al hakilola al kana song ñu leke multimillion ko yena kalke jora wonti nga falele ko e ka même soto politiko kono e buka dia tolla e ka dundi fo kunkil wala kunto mol savo ko ha politiko movement wala ñu ka balu ñu wallahi azim I don't believe in that comment ka balu ñu la politiko kono wala fenti me ya longo mo nyande ka wala ko monde politiko la politiko mu fende me ya longo ise dunia de dala ise banko de dala ise kabilo de dala ise sato de dala ndelata wala la anu de feko ndol momo kilin na nyande ka balu wo politique nyala la manyanta ka balu politiko me ya lonko mbe kuma la fala mole me ya lonko amon soto politiko me ya lonko mbe teta baluka o mitara ka baraka fenne la me ya lonko amon soto wala no nada kanyu senne dalma ka fale ko Mamadou Sabali de ala ni recent cross capital me ya lonko kefo e mum fenne me ya lonko e manka fen sotorente e mum fenne me ya lonko is just a mind game, is a mind game play. Fati one Party bohol, I was someone I Allah the men all of you to go. Okay, finally now, I mean, stop NIA, stop, being intelligence, whatever. I mean, I can tell you, this is the game. I mean, the bohol dealer, the contract gold dealer, that is there, fine. I didn't need something, I didn't defend the only thing he can do is to play that kind of game. So, Badul, these are some of the things I want to make very clear. Left like a mentandi mola promolia faham kajoko Momodu Sabali and Anna Timo Molu. This is the kind of politics they are doing against the this is the kind of politics they are doing in NPP. Nilan kind of politics me along if whole play NPP pulka NPP called la kenene ka kuma fo me along a mansoto ka bara politico me along ko bi Ita play Melka Wallinte. You cannot play the game against UDP. No, I can tell you. So look, let me tell you something. The internal politics in UDP from the intelligence aspect in the internal politics in UDP, that alone should take you to understand, Priya Paham, political nyadile. We know politics, alhamdulillah, summa alhamdulillah. Now learn the fanam political kata nyaming. So you cannot fake us, you cannot prank us, because ntolumu molet meli along, alhamdulillah, summa alhamdulillah. Na fellong political konole, and na fello itatole political kono, or the nibe political play long. I play more kam meli me long. I play more kam ini melman gemo play. You understand it? Because ntolumu molet meli along, Allah alam, ntol ya lonne. Ila simfanya bulol momenti. Cannot don't play the ila game all towards UDP. Go and play towards other political parties because we know your hand. Nebulo lonne, nela taransilo lonne. So ila taransilo, no go play towards us. You'll be exposed. Kana song asondale. So you'll be exposed. Kana song asondale. You'll be exposed. You understand? So this is something you need to understand very well because you can't tell a man song, kana song. But at the end of it, it's sondale. So when you will be exposed. So it's better you be there, play your little card. Yellow German don't play, yellow Duman don't sort but don't touch us because we are strong. Alhamdulillah, summa alhamdulillah. So this is something me along go wrong. Lafta puruka wole for mole. There are other topics me along alhamdulillah. Left a discourse, but I don't want Malevka topical jakasi. Because I always want Ninata Dorong. I just grab on only one topic, no kacha, no bang, na jampa wala. Kamaraba, I don't have opposition. Patama, Dolani Jinamisa political party on album Bula na free. Okay? Album Bula na free in Tolu. No. Kamaraba. Fatam molo dolla ni jina bisa politiko alem bola na bile. So album bulala ntolla man saya for 2026 de album son le mita parliamentary le follow in Bissau na parliamentary ke follow parliamentary kola na dibite bungolo o kola sita presidential camera ba so alem bula. So that is it. So mbadi wolo ñenen fongo do left do inshallah ka mensta ka senen mbadi wol madro alnal bare malam sirvo songo eke bayo songo gambe do na do kanale kacha badron comme na topico men do ka senen dirike kumo la mele alon ko Mohamed Sabali anala mudo nala gawo mudo be tikan ko mele don ke da ke senen di an ka fahamro dialla ka bamandal ko West Coast region is a stronghold for the United Democratic Party. UDP tamu West Coast. Isn't it la? Alala mako rokan B UDP West Coast lebe West Coast be UDP lebe. Ano alhamdulillah suma alhamdulillah be do ko ke kanne be West Coast ngolu be represent kan be kata ko ke ka West Coast ngole inshallah taala rabbi. And don't later ko West Coast will always be on the United Democratic Party. And later ko West Coast be UDP fast alala come 2026 inshallah taala rabbi. Olem ko de me alon ko lafta ko thank you so much. Ramadan Mubarak. Ramadan Mubarak, inshallah. So, this is it. My man, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, these are some of the few things.
Yeah, hello. Auzu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum West Coast. Ngalon biyawe kala mo jama surprise to dem andem famo keta kole no sunkaro mo me be kono no nte diamola politiko la kuola botal kam famo fale dron ntolom pabo arasan from Bekama West Coast region bari bi ni aje wakili tan nata kana ka diamo nim forum oto bi be West Coast la forum oto nata ke West Coast digo bele kacandi hakilola mobe se lak lamoy na hakilola e kane lamoy na jusola e mosa ke badi ngoti nyaaw nya ni lafte badi ngo mako la doron e ka mako minna e to nya fay so therefore an tolta jibe la konni mole denta hanin bota bakilin fakilin na niye silo bula nga chance dira ibe continue kangala ngalon ke isa fitno natina na o sate o tole na bankoto anim fana na chairman obe doku kendo min ne sa distract no len ta sonna la binta sonna la so ma hanin ni bota bakilin fakilin na because wolom to nyaati wolom banko dokoti momo yen jakan yen jaka nyaawo nya fa badi no miti amen wo mira opinion na ti lafte mira la na karola nyaawonya bari man sondo mo jawsoto moto especially mbadi on nemme wuluta nata nyim forum to dalilo minna na seleta audio la kam min ketan dafa bari ndote mondo fiu ye min ke second support birkama south akaka birkama south la alkalo le kumandi ke diamundi anim birkama south dingolo komi momo lafta sorry birkama note ala hekato because abe jelo to safe yala birkama note ako anata ke diamu wolle la alkalodie pour ning area council nata pour le taxi min fo pour gambia dingol nantala jola west coast dingol nantala jola le e kanajo mi yalon ase fitino mamande molie bankon kan na mondo dandalale ko min tambita e fata yankubala because mondo normally ni to lafta kairo fon sabati gambia nin politiko tambite ka min fo dala ni wole bije obviously bir mondo fe ka tolo yankuba hase chairman nantala invite la baro enta tara gambia le never imake anin governor mume yajal ana bota woto fana ate mondo kilo APRC la time oja ntol nene maje ko 2026 ay baro support jang ntol la wulita nga baro support nga campaign o kay nga na fulol bonda kunto bari yalo nyim political mini yale katu jumping na ni parete ka fo ha momo damin diate isla mo fango inantala malila kodo la le baluo kono ibe dami yetu woto nyim place wa man jarale ni badingol yo kuntu ibe ko kele alkalo problem o nata jande ngaje anin abadiŋol dol keta nyami wo alkal kuwola jang nga wo jejan nembe deri nga kan aboto woto kabiri ya jammela wato jang faro jamente problème o nata janne na imamul na birkamale alfal mini nata je nga jele ate mondo ye manya minkeje to nya wato le sitam ba falal aboto woto birin ya jamme ko amantala birin ko coalition o le wintare frikit a UDP bandero kala suo kono ako ate abe UDP le abo holtoro ya jamme ya bay bira paleta ntolla badi ya kanna mol kafuta nyoma itata landambun diba ya koten ya murindale alkaliyata boloto fo anata ka kafuta barokan wo ni kafuta baroka wo amanka problem te bari nse mim fo mondo doron anatale ɗum ɗo barole diyamo kono woteɓe bureau yelo la o fana ko baro yafanke jatota nantele kala kanote barin safo mon ɗo min nene keta gambia nene te kala je koten kabiri ya jammele wato ye nafikiya minke kenna birkama alfal dunduñoto ke muta ke toto ye na imamol mute lipa ko ne ko be ko wole nene te kala gambia kota with our dead body mboloto na birkama le imam right na wo disrespect jamen kono mobe nyala yebo to sango o sango koto birkama le alfa fata gambia mondo se finti jamen to president ole nyin nati nyin envelope ko mobi ka long envelope ko fango min bije president mi ya lon nako wo ma le gambia funding kele hat gambia ay ñun tobe kala mid the people sto jang funding ke min fata bakwela nene bika president baro moy ko aka sangolo konto wo bir kama sangoso ko ta kaka na wala konto wo be mu political ile political strategy lo woti to nyata koma bi to nyata andu ninto la alpha kendol fata nim president baro ma wol konton sangola to la hajitije president baro nim molle campagnol keje molle lipalo ko wala janno ko jaywol banta janne akamina fa meto fanta kelo mo min fata jan abe jamal konton na bir kama sango falto le mol mira do foloti mondo mo manke jan do foti itele president hole funding kele ka fa janne ba kona nene bika sango kon to wolia no kon jay min fata la ke siya bala ko kuma kan dunda da kono campaign kumo prabe min fola wo fata jang ay min tandi woto wala min ko ikelo mo min fata wo sina birka meta ke yalke envelope bondi falke kayti ken senegal hana billion la kan ka kono we careless about that bari ite mu nyaton koti ite ke sefo le ti sefu ya mi ya lon tol kabirin tol ma wulu sefu kilindoro ne be birka me le nyina fiki ya sefu ya mi ya lon ko ite fangole silantem fan it's time to tell you the truth now ite be by right nin toñaɓe kerin IGP toñaɓe je mantara NPP binu UDP dingole ñun kuma kan fo o mo do botan parti do to tandi tate a arrest bi ala kata aliye hormo nati alne mol tema ala kata politiko kana tinnal badingo soboy taral tema ite sobo betani mol tema kabiri ya jammele wato up to date kabiri te PPP la wato alto nin to lakoto ke lebe PPP kabirum PPP la time wal yemine nati nan Gambia iteke be ibe PPP APRC la kayto wato fana yemine nati nan Birkama mun nafa ku yemine nati nan Birkama mun don tele ke nyinen kal sa i fele be NPP fo ikata alkaloti bota alkalial etata sefu yal yemine nati nan Birkama kono can you tell us that iso fono mole mol min ya lon ko rifira fo le mantara any political party to fango be kata ko min na Birkama we all know because lafta Birkama e ko nyon tawt nga jang kuba muta nga ken na nyaton koti nga ke chairman to mi ya lon kabiri ya jamere time kabiri jawaral time up to date for saying min nene manka Birkama wole be ke kanje because bira nate eti ya lon ne sirfo sonko wobi dinkuri ya min ke nyun lato abe NPP nyawonya a fanka sirfo Adama Baroti nyawonya ay dinkuri yamin ko to namanke wande musu top nomoti anin jeno nin tilimbaliya nin tapaleya anin jonga wol ye tilimbaliya min keje BAC Birkama area council la account o be tata zero yankuba nata I would recover within 8 months because I recover nyadi fa fansun ko dolta fatata sada dano ngamre ke iko mol kana tax minjo wo taxpayer so la kodo I bank account or recover wal aboto woto sawole bandula doron I million 500,000 or the 28 wodo bela 500,000 I wala deal this year mambo ko 1 million o deal ite nende wojele kabirita le political career kabirita dunda politiko kono kabirin PPP la time mon dalu nga alnga Cairo sabatidne mbe Gambia la fana altata setal la o fana ko yankuba le be nyamol fayka yankuba le fenke ata itata ko mol fola jantom be dulalo to saimbe wall of technology le ke le bouton